Hi friends! So every year at about this time, my parents would take me to this little shoe store in the mostly abandoned old lady mall near my house. I got to pick out a new pair of shoes, usually running shoes because they'd last me the whole year. And you walk into the store and there's just this wall of just the left shoe of a bunch of white sneakers. Some have a metallic blue stripe on them, or some have purple embroidered butterflies, and I hate all of them. This older white guy, kind of balding, comes up and makes me stand on that little metal plate, you know, the one they use to measure your feet, and I'm a 3 or a 4 or whatever it is before you graduate into the adult sizes. So I point to a couple of pairs on the wall that I would be willing to try on, and Baldy Guy goes into the back to get some boxes. When he comes back, he tells me and my mom that some of the pairs that I picked weren't in stock in my size, so he just brought a couple of other options. I unvelcro my summer sandals and slide on those gross little nylon footy things, while Shoe Store Guy opens up boxes that smell like fresh cardboard and unstuffs the shoes of their tissue paper in those little packets of silica labeled "Do Not Eat." He laces up pair after pair of tennis shoes and presses on my toe with his thumb to make sure that they fit. I have to pace around the crowded store to make sure that I find them comfortable, but I super don't care. I'll settle on one of them eventually. But in one of the boxes, however it got there, is something entirely different. It's a pair of black platform Mary Janes, and the strap actually buckles. The soles are thick and rubbery, and the closest I've ever come to a high heel. When he presses the toe with his thumb, they fit, and I get to take them home. They were supposed to be my dress shoes for wearing to church and on the first day of school, but I start wearing them everywhere. With my nice dresses, but also with like white athletic socks and flare jeans. They start to take on a distinct gray dust from the gravel on the playground, and they're still my favorite thing. Until one day in my after school program, I bend down to rebuckle my shoes and the strap rips right off. As I held it in my hand, I knew my parents weren't gonna replace them, and I'd have to go back to white tennis shoes with embroidered daisies, and I started crying. And then I thought about how only babies cry, and babies don't get black platform Mary Janes with real buckles, and I started crying even harder. My after-school teacher sat with me as my legs dangled off of the ledge that surrounded the playground and tried to explain to me that I'd get another pair and that it would be okay. But by the time my dad picked me up, she'd given up entirely because she'd never understand that to me, these were a lot more than just shoes. So, in the comments, I want to know, what was the first thing that made you feel grown up? And what makes you feel that way now? If you liked this video, you can subscribe if you're so inclined. You can also find me on all my social medias in the links below, and I will see you next week. Bye!